Welcome to the Hummingbird Cottage. Today, I want to answer the question, what is child-led learning? Plus, I'm going to address 3 big misconceptions of child-led learning. Bev Boz said, "The child and the process are not separable. The child's experience is the learning process." This quote summarizes the heart of child-led learning. One of the tasks of the educator is to provide a yes environment for free play, meaning the children freely choose where they want to play, who they want to play with, and what they play. But how does that look in reality? I want to go through 3 big misunderstandings around how it might look. First, there is the conception that child-led means free-for-all. I can tell you, child-led is not unstructured or haphazard. Quite the opposite. Child-led educators are not permissive. First, as the educator, it's still my task to provide for and protect the children in my care. This means I may have shared agreements on how we treat each other and materials. Boundaries are established for physical, emotional, and cognitive safety. A child's sense of safety is my number 1 priority. And I think it was Magna Gerber who once said, if a child doesn't feel safe, play can't happen. Additionally, children need predictable routines. Child-led learning has all of that included. The second misconception is there's no circle time. Listen, children need the power of group discussions, the opportunity to express their ideas to their peers and listen to another's point of view. Back to my hero, Bev Boz, she wrote, and I quote, "We must create time for children to talk. Too often, circle times, sharing times, show and tell times are all used for teacher verbalization. The teacher uses this time to teach, and thus we lose the value of the experience." This, my friends, is the big point. In child-led learning, those circle times, or what I prefer to call talk time or meeting time, are gathering times to have discussions with children. We're not going to be doing the traditional things like calendar time or rote learning. No, we're going to be talking. And who's going to be doing the majority of the talking? The children. The final misconception is that there's no teacher-directed activities like reading a book or telling a story. This is absolutely not true. Perhaps a better way of saying it, our teachers are not teaching, they're sharing. When reading a book, there's more discussion and exchange of ideas. The key is the children are never passive in the child-led learning environment. Rather, they are active participants in the process. So when a teacher has an activity they bring, children bring their ideas, their theories, their creativity to the mix. A common question that I get is, so what does the educator do in child-led learning? An important part of being child-led is observing children play. While we're observing children at play, we're getting up underneath their play and supporting it and nurturing it and facilitating it. In the Hummingbird Cottage, I had once observed Wendell cross-pollinating the Play-Doh into the housekeeping center. His play was so rich. So the following week, I introduced more tools and placed the salt dough directly in the housekeeping center. What was astonishing was the social play that emerged from this new invitation to play. especially given these children were independent in their play. So what really intrigued me was the social connections the salt dough opened up. Now, clearly, we can't have activities individualized to each child in the classroom. It would be exhaustive. But you'll see play threads starting to reveal themselves, and as these threads arise, that's what we're starting to nurture in play. Another question people often ask is, do you use a packaged curriculum in child-led learning, and where can I get it? No, sorry. Traditional early childhood curriculum, as you know, is often built on themes and topics with pre-selected activities and even scripted conversations to have with the children. Listen, the problem with this is this puts the power of the classroom solely in the hands of the educator. In child-led learning, children are not passive participants. In fact, their interest and ideas are driving what we do in the classroom and in our conversations. As Emily Plank said in her book, Discovering Childhood Culture, when we are entertained, we're passive. Play is an active, engaged, creative sort of flow. The children are very much a part of the decision-making in their play and the activities in our day. Wow, that summarizes it. So, child-led learning is driven by the children's interests, ideas, and theories, and it still has structure and teacher-shared activities like reading a book during meeting time. All right, I hope that helped you understand a little bit more about child-led learning. If you're interested to learn more about child-led learning, check back here as I'll be sharing more pockets of wisdom from the Hummingbird Cottage. I'm Sally Hoy, and thanks for stopping by the Hummingbird Cottage, where children lead by play.